Liam, I have a major confession to start with. I am known as a TNA historian. I am known as a guy who's watched every TNA show. This is my first time watching all of these TNA pay-per-views.
Wow. How does it feel?
They're really boring. I was vindicated and be skipping them.
So, take me back to when you did your first TNA watch through. What made you skip these shows?
So yeah, it would have been, God, probably over a decade ago that I actually sat down and went through all of the Asylum shows one after another. And 2003, as we talked about, is wacky and stupid. There's just people there every week for 2 weeks. You get Mike Awesome showing
and
up
has some
every
good
day.
months in there too.
And Raven's great.
Yeah.
Impact Hall of Famer Raven, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. David Young next year.
And then you get into '04, and just as the year goes on, it just gets less and less interesting and more boring and more holding pattern-y, and Jarrett gets worse and worse. And I just stopped watching. There was just nothing interesting anymore. And once I cleared all the X Cup stuff, which at least I had some wacky intrigue in, then there's just nothing left. What am I gonna do? Watch Raven and Todd Sexton on Impact? Actually, no, I've seen the Impacts. I've seen all the Impacts. It's the pay-per-views I haven't seen. But this is my first time actually sitting down to watch them all. I've seen bits and pieces on these pay-per-views, but never all of them. I've never
Really
sat down to watch
justify it here.
I've never sat down to watch the Glenn Gilberti versus David Young final gut check match.
I don't remember it, to be honest. I can think of maybe 2 things this month that are good.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, no, 3. I thought of a third one.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that Raven has had a good month. I think that the Goldilocks storyline has been good this month.
Classic.
And I think that, I think I was just going to say Alex Shelley, who was in the Goldilocks storyline.
Yeah, it's we've been giving out about these months for a while now, that they haven't been very interesting. This is somehow, nothing happens this month. Literally nothing. In an entire month of television, there's nothing that you can be this is the month that X happened. The watch along we did, which was the first show of the month, we only did it because it looked like a decent card. NWA-TNA 106, August 4th. That's the one we did the watch along for. When I looked at the cards for these watch alongs, it's there's not even a thing on any of these shows that's let's do that for the watch along. It's just let's just pick one, I guess. Let's just pick the first show of the month.
Yeah.
Which is a real hard sell for you to go to tnachat.com and listen to that watch along of we just picked a show.
Yeah. We tried. We tried to make it funny. But you know what? We're going to really make it up for you soon, because soon, monthly pay-per-views, those watch-alongs are just bound to be a fun time all round.
They are bound for glory.
They are bound for glory.
They're bound for Victory Road.
What's the first one, Garrett?
Victory Road.
Damn, yeah. We are on the Victory Road now.
But it's not even that everything is stuck in a holding pattern, because they're building to something. They're building to the date with Faith on September 8th, which is the Jarrett and Hardy match for the title, and the last Asylum show. We'll get into that in a sec. And that's what they're building toward, and they spend the entire month building toward tag titles contenders. The X Division does have stuff happening. There's a new champion in the X Division this month, so at least there's something there. But the Dusty and Russo story is just the literally fucking same thing every week, and nothing changes. Everyone comes out doing the same thing they've done last week and the week before and the week before that, and it's such a nothing happening month of television. More than I think any month of television. Last month you were yeah, it wasn't great, but you had the Naturals against AMW 6 Sides of Steel. You had something that was relevant and interesting. June you'd be anniversary show, debut of Impact, debut of Jeff Hardy. Something. Even when the shows aren't great, there's something you can be this is the thing that makes this month interesting. What's the thing that makes August interesting? Nothing. There's nothing interesting.
Do you think it's just because we've re-entered another holding pattern until they go to their new structure?
Yeah, it has been holding pattern into holding pattern into holding pattern, hasn't it? Because it's we just have to get on TV, and now when it's either on TV, it's the TV just becomes the most forgettable, nothing happening show. There's 5 squash matches and an okay main
But I'd
event.
still rather watch it than the fucking pay-per-views.
And then you get to like, all right, now we're ending the weekly pay-per-views because they haven't done better numbers in the Impact era, which is what they would have hoped for, that somehow Impact would have sold pay-per-views. God forbid how it's not happening with all its squash matches. And now we're moving into the monthly pay-per-view year, and we have another transition phase between the now and then.
Yeah, no. At least we're almost out of it. Yeah, it's awful. It's bad shows. Like, I don't know, man. It's how do you get excited for anything here? It's times like this that make me wish we were doing like, I don't know, WCW Thunder, because at least it'd be stupid.
That's the thing. That's the Bray Wyatt principle. It's the same thing with Vinny Rue. You can say an awful lot of things about Vince Russo's booking of pro wrestling,
And we have.
and we will in the future. But the one thing you can never say about Vinny Rue is that he's boring.
Yeah.
And this Jeff Jarrett, Dutch Mantel led product is so boring. There's no ideas there. There's no spark. There's no like interesting stories or angles or directions. It's all just
Excuse you, Goldilocks.
well, yeah. Everyone still buries. Though I will say Wade Keller came around to Goldie. I was looking at the reviews of these shows, and everyone's like, Goldie's terrible. And Wade Keller's like, I've come around on Goldie. It's like, yeah, Wade, well
Wade
done.
knows.
Because there's people who are like, she's terrible and hammy acting. It's like, that's the point.
Yeah, but have you seen anything else on the show?
Yeah, the great acting you get in the Jeff Jarrett segments. And, well, to be fair, Vince Russo does look miserable. That's very convincing.
I don't think it's acting.
But yeah, it's not a good month.
Yeah, well, you know, what can you do? All we can do is get through it quickly so we can get to the next one.
Before we get into it, a reminder, you can head to our
Ooh.
favorite website in the world, tnachat.com.
I heard they have anniversary billing now.
Oh, they do. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You when you sign up is when you'll renew. So if you sign up when this goes up today in the middle of October, you'll renew in the middle of November. Which means all the people, and it happened more often than I cared for, that a bunch of people would sign up for it at the very end of the month, and I'm like, no, we're gonna charge you again. Fair enough, money.
And I'm sitting there like, yes.
I was like, no, just wait a few days and then you won't be charged. But it's like, no, we have anniversary billing now, so whenever you sign up, you'll be charged the month after that. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff anymore. You can head to patreon.com/kiddingme, where you can get our watch-alongs, where you can get our entire Ring Cat King series, where you can get our entire Global Force Wrestling series finished,
Oof.
where you can get our entire Monday Night War series.
Oh, that was a thing. That one was fun. Things were bad.
14 episodes of Ring Cat King, I think 10 episodes of Monday Night Wars, 4 episodes of GFW. Starting next weekend, we'll be starting our Wrestling Society X series.
Man, that's some real sicko shit.
Which Liam is very excited for. We've also done drafts of the end of year every year. We've done best of end of year awards.
Raintakers.
Raintakers, yes, our ongoing series covering New Japan from 10 years ago.
We covered that Chris Rock movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did the Chris Rock movie. We did a watch-along of our WrestleMania in there somewhere. So all of that, I think we have over 70 or maybe even 80 at this stage pieces of exclusive audio.
Which isn't bad for like how long we've been around.
Yeah, it's more than one a week, give or take.
That's some good value right there.
Patreon.com/kiddingme or tnachat.com for all your favorite extra Garrett and Liam content. We appreciate any support you can give.